So the format of today, each full-time officer will announce their successor. If they are standing in these elections, I will be announcing it. So yeah, we will start with the first position. So the first position is the cross-campus officer, socio-economic equality. There were 2 candidates in this contest, Robert Whitley, and reopened nominations. 1,815 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for the election at 907.5 votes in the first round. Votes in the first round were as follows. Robert Whitley, 1,492, reopened nominations 323. Robert Whitley has exceeded the quota and is therefore elected.
Okay, thanks for not running me, guys. That is appreciated. I'll probably be working with a lot of you over the next however long I am in this role. I'm not sure what the term is. To the end of Michaelmas. But yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you guys, and hopefully we can get some things done. So thanks.
Next up, we had the contest for the position of cross-campus officer education. There were 4 candidates in this contest: Farley Kasim, Laura Martin, Zain Kiani, and reopened nominations. 1,712 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for election at 856. In the first round of voting, the votes were as follows: Farley Kasim, 253 votes, Zain Kiani, 371 votes, reopened nominations, 135 votes, and Laura Martin, 953 votes. Laura Martin has exceeded the quota and is duly elected CCO Education. Not here? Not here? I'll take it Laura's not here. For the first, is she here, is she not? For the first of your full-time officer positions, we had the contest for the Vice President Education, the best role in the team. There were 5 candidates in this contest: Ben Harper, Helen Mackenzie, Jack Biles, Chris Green, and reopened nominations. 2,303 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for election at 1,151.5. In the first round, the votes were as follows: Helen Mackenzie, 426 votes; Jack Biles, 230 votes; Chris Green, 669 votes; reopened nominations, 60 votes; Ben Harper, 918 votes. Quota was not met, so no candidate was elected, and reopened nominations and Jack Biles were excluded and their votes redistributed, with a new quota set at 1,072 votes. The votes in the second round were as follows: Helen Mackenzie, 472 votes; Chris Green, 707 votes; Ben Harper, 965 votes. Quota was still not met, so no candidate is yet elected. Helen Mackenzie was excluded and her votes redistributed, with a new quota set at 972 votes. In the third round, votes were as follows: Chris Green, 827 votes; Ben Harper, 1,117 votes. Ben Harper has exceeded quota and therefore is elected Vice President Education.
I just want to thank everyone who voted for me. I want to thank my campaign team, and I want to thank everyone who put up with me whilst I tried to convince them to vote for me. Thank you.
The next contest we'll be announcing is for the position of Vice President Campaigns and Communications. In this contest, there were 5 candidates: Joshua Dickinson, Lizzie McGee, Katie Capstick, Ronnie Rowlands, and reopened nominations. 2,189 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for the election at 1,094.5 votes. The first round of voting was as follows: Joshua Dickinson, 529 votes, Lizzie McGee, 413 votes, Katie Capstick, 662 votes, Ronnie Rowlands, 508 votes, reopened nominations, 77. Quota was not met by any candidate, so no candidate was elected. Reopened nominations and Lizzie McGee were excluded, and their votes were redistributed, with a new quota set at 966 votes. So votes in the second round were as follows: Joshua Dickinson, 604 votes, Katie Capstick, 769 votes, and Ronnie Rowlands, 559 votes. Quota was not met by any candidate. Ronnie Rowlands was therefore excluded, and his votes were redistributed. The quota was now calculated at 832.5 votes. Voting in the third round was as follows: Joshua Dickinson, 763 votes, Katie Capstick, 902 votes. Katie Capstick exceeded the quota and is therefore elected. We'll move on to the next position.
Yeah, someone go. Yes, please, Robin. Sorry. Okay, so this is for the position of Vice President Welfare and Community. There were 4 candidates in this contest: Anna Lee, Ryan Walker, David Whitlock, and reopened nominations. 2,443 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for election at 1,221.5. In the first round, the votes were as follows: Anna Lee got 1,216 votes, Ryan Walker 219 votes, David Whitlock got 920 votes, and reopened nominations got 88 votes. Quota was not met, so no candidate was yet elected. Reopened nominations and Ryan Walker were excluded, and their votes redistributed. With a new quota set at 1,139, the votes in the second round were as follows: Anna Lee got 1,258 votes, and David Whitlock got 1,020 votes. Anna Lee has exceeded quota, therefore it is my pleasure to declare that Anna is elected to be your next VP Welfare and Community.
The next position to be announced is the position of Vice President Activities. There were 6 candidates in this contest: Laura Langton, Natalie Sutcliffe, Leon Hampton, Hannah Ashraf, Nicola Barton, and reopened nominations. 2,289 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota at 1,144.5 votes in the first round. Voting in the first round went as follows: Laura Langton, 436 votes, Natalie Sutcliffe, 537 votes, Leon Hampton, 234 votes, Hannah Ashraf, 466 votes, Nicholas Barton, 557 votes, reopened nominations, 59. Quota was not met by any candidate. Reopened nominations and Leon Hampton were therefore excluded, and their votes were redistributed. The new quota was set at 1,075 votes. Voting in the second round, Laura Langton received 468 votes, Natalie Sutcliffe received 601 votes, Hannah Ashraf received 492 votes, Nicholas Barton received 589 votes. Quota was not met by any candidate. Laura Langton was therefore excluded and her votes redistributed. New quota was 981. Voting in the third round, Natalie Sutcliffe, 730 votes, Hannah Ashraf, 572 votes, Nicholas Barton, 660 votes. Quota again was not met. Hannah Ashraf was excluded and her votes were redistributed. The new quota was calculated at 847 votes. Voting in the fourth round, Natalie Sutcliffe received 912 votes, Nicholas Barton received 782 votes. Natalie Sutcliffe exceeded the quota and was therefore elected.
I haven't prepared anything for this, but I hope this shaking sums up how much time and effort's gone in. I just want to congratulate absolutely everybody that's run so far, because it's so much hard work in these 2 weeks and everyone's deserved it, so well done to those. Thank you to everyone that's voted for me. It really does mean the absolute world to me, and I hope that I can really do justice in this next year, and I promise to give it everything I've got. So thank you very much, guys.
Hi, I don't think Anna's here, but we've got Katie here now, so if you want to come up to say a few words.
I'm actually in shock right now. I went to Lonsdale Bar to hide because I thought I was going to lose. And honestly, I appreciate you so much for voting for me. I will not let you down. And I want to thank Laura, because she's the person why I'm stood here right now, because she planted the seed and she said to me that she believed in me, and she's the reason why I ran for it. And thank you so much.
Sorry, me again. You'll have to endure my monotone voice once more. So the next position is for the real best position, sorry Joe, which is Vice President Union Development. There were 5 candidates in this contest: Tom Stapleton, Frankie Phillips, Lee Dudding, Josh Sinclair, and reopened nominations. 2,207 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota at 1,103.5 votes. In the first round of voting, Tom Stapleton received 754 votes, Frankie Phillips received 371, Lee Dunning received 667, Josh Sinclair received 314, and reopened nominations received 101. Quota was not met by any candidate. Reopened nominations were therefore excluded, votes were redistributed, and the new quota was 1,060 votes. In the second round, Tom Stapleton received 759 votes, Frankie Phillips received 374 votes, Lee Dudding received 670 votes, and Josh Sinclair received 317 votes. Quota was still not met by any candidate. Josh Sinclair was therefore excluded and his votes redistributed. The new quota was calculated at 1,036 votes. Voting in the third round was as follows: Tom Stapleton received 842 votes, Frankie Phillips 407, Lee Dudding 736. Quota was still not met by any candidate and Frankie Phillips was excluded and his votes were redistributed. The new quota was set at 889.5. Tom Stapleton received 949 votes, Lee Dudding received 830, Tom Stapleton exceeded quota and is therefore elected.
Right. Thanks very much. I really didn't expect this to be happening. I'd like to thank every single person who voted for me. I'd like to say commiserations to all the candidates. It's always hard when you have to run against such a good group of friends, and that especially addresses Lee Dudding. You ran a brilliant campaign, mate. Well done. Yeah. There's a couple more people. I'd like to thank Joe Stansfield for running the campaign and making the Facebook page as beautiful as it was. Darryl Griffin for coming out with me every single day. Michael Payne McGlenn and Phil Apter for making the cakes and been brilliant. But more than that, there's one other person who inspired me to run for the role and motivated me to do a little bit more every single day, and that one person is my beautiful girlfriend, Laura Trotter. Thanks very much.
Right, everyone, for the position of LUSU President, there were 5 candidates in this contest: Justin Chow, Will Headley, Salman Ruxar, Tom Routh, and reopened nominations. 2,464 votes were cast in this contest, setting the quota for election at 1,232. In the first round, the votes were as follows. Justin Chow, 766. Will Headley, 791. Salman Roxar, 666. Tom Routh, 177. Reopen nominations, 64. Quota was not met, so no candidate was yet elected. Reopen nominations and Tom Routh were excluded, and their votes were redistributed. With a new quota set at 1,187, the votes in the second round were as follows. Justin Chow, 808. Will Headley, 837. Salman Roxar, 729. Hang on a sec. Why does it say 0 underneath these two? Ignore that. Quota was not met, so no candidate was yet elected. Salman Roxar was excluded and their votes redistributed. With a new quota set at 1,039, the votes in the third round were as follows. Justin Chow, 1,030. Will Headley, 1,048. Will Headley has exceeded quota, and therefore it's my pleasure to announce Will elected as your new LUSU president.
Thank you very much. I don't really know what to say. Congratulations to everyone that ran a great campaign, and I hope I'll do you proud. Thank you very much.
That concludes results. Thank you for attending.